Alright, hello. So today we're going to demonstrate how to apply a dressing for an object that is impaled in our patient. So to stabilize it, so I have BSI, dying BSI. We have our patient. Make sure the scene is safe. We come in, introduce ourselves, our level of certification, and we see that in this case, this young gentleman has a pencil impaled in his arm. And we're going to basically take gauze, stabilize said object, apply a little bit of direct pressure around that object, but not on top of the object. We're not going to try to remove this object. That would be potentially very bad. It could cause some more major bleeding. So what we do now is we have our gauze pads applied to hold the object in place as well as to assist with any bleeding in the area. And then we take the wrap. We're going to wrap the object tightly into place. Now I am holding this pencil in place, so that's also kind of causing it to move a little bit. So just kind of wrap around it as such, making sure we get a good seal on the gauze. And then I would tuck this gauze underneath itself in order to hold it in place. So there we go. So now we've applied the gauze, we have wrapped the object tightly in place. We have assessed the bleeding of this particular wound. It's also appropriate to check a capillary refill downstream to assess perfusion downstream of this injury, to ensure that our patient's getting adequate perfusion in the extremity or wherever the injury may have occurred with the penetrating object. So yeah, so that's how you would wrap the wound, and depending on the severity of the patient, you'd assess either every 5 to 5 minutes if it was serious injuries or serious NOI or MOI, and then every 15 minutes if it was deemed that the patient was in stable condition.